Lay down on the mat. Keep your knees bent if you want more relax on the lumbar spine. Otherwise, you can keep your legs straight and rolled outward like in Shavasana. Roll the arms outward. Pull the back of your head away from the shoulders to lengthen the spine. And on the same moment, push the shoulder blades toward the waist. Inhale deeply. And exhale fully with your mouth. Allow the tension to get released by the exhalation. One more time. Relax your forehead, your eyebrows, and the skin between the eyebrows. Relax your eyes and let them sink deeper into your skull. Relax the skin of your face and clench your jaw and let your lips open slightly. Relax your throat, your neck and shoulders, arms, forearms, and hands. Relax your back, the muscles of your back, and your spine, vertebra per vertebra. Relax your belly and the whole abdominal area. Relax your hips, your groins. Relax your legs, knees, ankles and feet. Bring the awareness into your breathing cycle and start observing every aspect of your breathing cycle. Which part of your body moves the most? Chest or belly? If both moves, which one moves first? Observe without changing anything. Observe simply to know yourself. Observe the length of your breathing cycle. Inhalation and exhalation have the same length, or one of them is naturally longer. Observe without changing anything. Observe simply to know yourself. Observe the small pauses between inhalation and exhalation, and between exhalation and inhalation, the small moments where everything stops, even your breath. Become aware of the 4 phases of your breathing cycle. Inhalation, pause, exhalation, pause. And there too, observe. Is one of the 2 poses longer compared to the other one? Observe also that your throat remains open and relaxed. Also during the poses, during the suspended states. 3 more observing breaths. At the end of the 3rd, take control and create a long, slow, steady breath, the same length for inhalation and exhalation, both active phases of the same length. Long, slow, steady breath. Observe your chest moving and opening wide with every inhalation. Observe your lungs emptying slowly with every exhalation. Long, slow, steady breath. Same length, inhalation and exhalation. Long, slow, steady breath. Slowly, start lengthening the two poses. Poses between inhalation and exhalation, and between exhalation and inhalation. Long, slow, steady breath. Same length, inhalation and exhalation. Poses longer than usual. Observe your body. Observe all the feelings in your body while keeping this breathing technique. Same length, inhalation and exhalation. Long, slow, steady breath with poses slightly longer than usual. Observe your body. Observe if you have any area in your body that hold tension, and try and breathe there to release the tension from your body. Long, slow, steady breath. Same length, inhalation and exhalation. Longer poses. 3 more observing, 3 more controlled breath. At the end of your 3rd breath, roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a brief moment before pushing with the left hand to sit up. If you didn't put your mask before, put it now. Okay, your eye mask, perfect. Just to close your eyes completely, to go inward. Okay. Sit on your heels on the back of your mat. Okay. Put your hands over your thighs, sternum up, shoulder blades down, and start creating circles with your lumbar spine. Create fluid movements. You don't need to have really wide or fast movement. Keep the movement fluid. Turn also on the other side. Okay. And now, enter a tabletop position. Hands right under the shoulders, knees right under the hips. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, roll your hips backward, push your spine up to the sky. Imagine to look at your belly. Inhale, roll your hips forward, roll your arms outward, slide the shoulder blades down over the waist and look at the sky. Imagine to look at the sky. Keep your eyes closed. Exhale, roll your hips backward, push your spine up to the sky. Stretch the back of your body. Inhale, roll your hips forward, roll your arms outward, slide your shoulder blades toward the waist, and stretch the front of your body. One more time. Roll your hips backward. And go back with the spine parallel to the ground. Okay. Keep the hips right above the knees. Slide the shoulder blades toward the waist and walk forward with your hands to lower your chest. Roll your hips slightly backward to push the lumbar spine up to the sky, but in the meantime, push your chest down to the ground to open the upper part of your spine, of your body. Three breaths, long, slow, steady breath. At the end of the third breath, go back to a tabletop position. Even in this position, create circles with the lumbar spine, just as we did sitting on the heels. Create circles with your lumbar spine, exactly in the same moment, in the same way. Roll also on the other side. Okay, stop now. Step back slightly with your knees. Put your feet as wide as the mat. Tuck your toes under. Roll your arms outward. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, push your buttocks back and shoulders down. Keep the shoulders down and slowly start lengthening the hamstring and straightening the legs. Push your chest toward the toes. 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, go back in tabletop position. Put the 2 big toes touching and enter the child pose. The buttocks is touching is near to the heels. You can keep either your knees wide or together, arms to the front or to the back, whichever is more comfortable for you. Stay there. Just relax. And slowly, slowly, come on. Again, create circles with your lumbar spine. Sit on your heels and create circles with the lumbar spine. Okay. Turn also on the other side. Okay. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, turn to the right. Put your left hand outside of your right leg. Roll your right arm outward and push the thumb back. Lower your hand a little bit. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Use the left hand to help you twist. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, go back to center. Inhale deeply. And with the exhalation, turn to the left. Put your right hand outside of your left leg. Roll your left arm outward. Push your thumbs back. Lower your hand. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Use the right hand against the left leg to help you twist even further. 3 breaths. And at the end of the 3rd breath, go back to center. Okay. Tabletop position again. Step back with your knees. Put your feet as wide as the mat. Tuck your toes under. Roll your arms outward. Slide the shoulder blades over the waist. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, buttocks back, shoulders down. Keep the shoulders down and slowly straighten your legs. Lift your heels as high as you can. Roll your hips forward and push your chest toward the toes. Keeping this movement, slowly allow your heels to move again toward the ground. 3 breaths, long, slow, steady breath. At the end of the 3rd breath, lean forward and enter a plank pose. In case you can move your hands or feet to find the good distance that you need to be stable and strong in the plank pose. Push your heels back, even with your eye mask on or with your eyes closed. Imagine to look at 1 meter forward your hands. In front of your hands, sorry. Inhale. With the exhalation, without changing anything with your hands or feet, enter Adho Mukha Svanasana again. Inhale. And with the exhalation, move again into the plank pose. Inhale. And with the exhalation, move again into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Put your knees down. And again, child pose. 3 breaths. Find the version of the child pose that is more comfortable for you. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly come up. And again, tabletop position. Okay. Still in tabletop position, just to be stable, Move your right knee just behind the right hand, in contact with the right hand. Okay. Slide the right feet to the left and walk back with your left feet to lower your hip. Lower your chest. First, on your elbows, keep your elbows in contact with the ground, hands in contact with the ground. Push the sternum to the front of the mat and shoulder blades toward the waist. If you feel comfortable, you can go all the way down with your chest and with your head. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly come up, put your hands on the ground, sternum lifted, shoulder blades over the waist, roll the arms outward, put your chest a little bit to the front, inhale deeply. With the exhalation, push the 2 knees together. You won't move a lot, but the hip will move slightly up and will give you a bit more stability to stay in balance. Keep the legs active to keep the hip slightly higher. Roll the arms outward, open the chest, slide the shoulder blades toward the waist, slide the coccyx under the body to keep the lumbar spine long. Okay. And now go back on your elbows. Tuck your left toes under, straighten your left leg and slide the right leg under to straighten the right leg and enter a plank pose. 3 breaths. Plank pose on your elbows. At the end of the 3rd breath, lower your hips, lower your body completely on the ground, put your hands next to the hips, inhale deeply. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders and arms. Relax your legs, 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly lower your body. Inhale deeply again. Lift your head, shoulders and arms. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, again, go back to the ground. Keep the head in contact with the ground. If it's not comfortable either on your forehead or on your chin, you can turn your head to the right. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, lift your legs just a tiny bit. No need to lift the leg a lot. And try and relax all the muscles that are not necessary for the pose. Lower your leg.
If you had your head turned to the right, turn it to the left. Inhale deeply, and with the exhalation, lift your legs again. Relax all the muscles that are not necessary for the pose. Okay. Lower your legs. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders, arms, and legs. 3 breaths. Push your hands toward the toes. At the end of the 3rd breath, lower your body again. Put your hands next to the chest. Push with your hands against the ground to enter a tabletop position again. Move your left knee in contact with your left hand. Slide the left feet to the right. Walk back with your right leg to lower your hip. Lower your chest. Put your elbows on the ground. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. If you feel comfortable, go all the way down with your chest and with your head. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly go back with the elbows onto the ground again. Push your chest to the front, shoulder blades to the back. Okay. Walk back with your hands. Put your hands firmly on the ground. Tuck your tailbone under. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Push your chest forward. And now, push the 2 knees together to lift slightly your hip. Lift your chest. Roll your arms outward. Keep the legs active. You can push your knees even closer. Okay, the more they're close, so the more the hip will be lifted, the easier it will be to find a balance, to find stability. Okay. Put your hands down to the ground again. Put your elbows down to the ground again. Tuck your right toes under. Lift your right knee. Push the heels back. And again, plank pose on your elbows. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, go back in child pose. 5 long, slow, steady breaths. At the end of the 5th breath, go back in tabletop position. One more time. Roll the arms outward. Slide the shoulder blades toward the waist. Walk back with your knees. Put the feet as wide as the mat. Tuck your toes under. Inhale deeply with the exhalation, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Walk back with your hands to enter Uttanasana. Legs straight. Allow your body, your chest, your head, your arms
to relax completely. Use the gravity to lower your hands and head. Roll the legs slightly, the thighs slightly inward, and observe that maybe your chest move even further toward the ground. Put the weight of the body on the ball of the feet. Unclench your jaw and stay there. Slowly bend your knees, put your hands on the waist, and slowly, slowly, slowly come up.
Take your time. Now we're standing tall, so take your time. Keep your feet apart. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Roll your arms outward and open the chest. Push your thumbs back and the hands slightly down. Tuck your tailbone under to roll the hips slightly backward and allow your belly to go inward. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, put your hands on the waist. Step forward with your right leg. Okay. Try and observe the position of your hips. Try and roll the legs inward and outward to see if the hips are squared. Once that you found a stable position with your with your hands on the waist, sternum up, shoulder blades down, and slowly start rolling the hips forward. Activate your right thigh and lower your chest parallel to the ground. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly come up. Roll your hips backward, so tuck your tailbone under, and slowly start bending your right leg. But try and observe if your right knee is right over the heel, or it moves forward. If it moves forward, step forward with your feet to keep the knee right above the heel. So you don't need to bend a lot. Tag the tailbone under, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Roll the arms outward and stay there for 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly straighten both legs and relax your arms. Okay, put your hands on the waist. And turn to have the left leg to the front and the right leg to the back. Take your time. You can keep your feet slightly closer, Ruth. It will be easier for, yes, perfect. Awesome. Now again, put your hands on the waist and focus on the positioning of the hips. I know it's hard, but you can do it. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, start rolling the hips forward. Activate your left thigh and lower your chest parallel to the ground. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly come up. Slowly, slowly, take your time. Okay. Once that you feel stable, again, start rolling the hip backward to lengthen the right groin, and bend slightly your left knee. But observe to have the knee right above the heel. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, roll your arms outward. Stay there for 3 more breaths. Keep on rolling the hip backward, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. And slowly straighten your left leg, relax your arms, and slowly enter a Tadasana pose again, but with the big toes touching, the full Tadasana pose. Big toes touching, heels lightly apart, tuck the tailbone under, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Create a connection between the earth and the sky. Push with the feet against the ground to connect with the sky. Or the central part of your body, legs, spine, head, move toward the sky. But the lateral one, shoulders, arms, and hands, move toward the ground to touch the ground. Connection, complete connection. Feel the connection. Be the connection. And now, bring the attention on your feet. And observe the weight of your body spread onto your feet. Observe the weight moving left and right, toward the toes and toward the heels. And observe just for a brief moment. Now start taking control. And move your weight a bit more toward the ball of the feet. Keep the body just like in Tadasana, straight,
stable, but lean slightly forward to have the weight of your body on the ball of the feet. And go back to center. From there, move to the right and observe the weight shifting to the outside right feet and inside left one. And again, go back to center. From there, lean slightly backward, slightly. Pay attention to have a bit more weight on your heels. You can even lift your toes, but pay attention. Okay, beautiful. And slowly go back to center. Now, move to the left. Allow your body to move to the left and observe the weight shifting to the inside right feet and outside left one. And again, to the center. Lean forward again. Weight of your body more toward the ball of the feet. And with that, going back to center, move to the right. Slowly. Take your time. From there, without going back to center, slowly move to the heels. From there, move to the left, slowly. Take your time. And from the left, go back to the front, to the ball of the feet. From there, without going back to center, not yet, move again to the left. Controlled movement, slow and stable movement. From the left, move toward the heels. From the heels, move to the right. And from the right, to the ball of the feet again. Go back to center. Stable. Visualize some roots starting at the base of your feet and anchoring down your body to the ground. Now, lean slightly on your left leg, slightly. And allow your right toes to move to the side. Keep the heel, the right heel, in contact with the left ankle. For a more stable version of the tree pose, Vrikshasana. Bend your right knee and allow the right knee to open to the side. Keep the right heel in contact
with the left ankle and the right toes touching the ground to be more stable. Roll the arms outward. Push the thumbs back to open the chest. And there, if you feel like, try and put less and less weight on your right toes. Try even to lift slightly your toes. Three breaths. At the end of the third breath, go back to Tadasana. The mountain pose, stable. Ground yourself again, root yourself again, anchor your body again. Lean lightly on your right leg, bend your left leg, allow the left knee to open to the side, move also your toes, keep the left heel in contact with the right ankle, and left toes touching the ground. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Roll the arms outward, and if you feel like it, try and lift your left toes. Three breaths. At the end of the third, go back to Tadasana. Put your hands on the waist. And widen your leg. With the feet quite wide. Keep the feet parallel. Inhale deeply. Bend slightly your knees, just slightly. That is, if I look at you, you don't have any bend in your knees, but you feel that your knees are slightly bent. Roll your hips forward. Allow your arms to move toward the ground freely. Allow your spine to unwind completely. Relax your arms, your spine, your face. Use the gravity to help you fold even further. And relax. 5 long, slow, steady breath. At the end of the 5th, bend your knees even more, put your hands onto the ground and get down to the mat again. Sit on your buttocks and put your feet in put your legs in Baddha Konasana. The base of the feet is touching, the knees are opening to the side. Okay. keep your heels quite far away from your pubis. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, roll your hips forward. Roll your arms outwards to have the palm of the hand facing the sky. And there, unwind your spine. Allow your spine to relax. Allow your head to move toward the ground. Relax your neck. Allow your neck to lengthen. 5 breaths. At the end of your 5th breath, slowly, slowly come up. Bring the knees together. And grab your legs under the knees. Keep the chest and the legs in contact. Allow your head to move toward the knees. And walk slightly forward, slowly, slowly. Go to your maximum. But keep chest and legs still in contact. When you find your maximum, that is the position where if you go further, then chest and legs will move apart, stay there for 5 breaths. Relax your feet, relax your face. At the end of the 5th breath, walk back with your heels. Grab now your legs just outside your knees. Walk back with your feet until you find balance, until your toes can be lifted. Find balance on your buttocks. Relax your feet. Allow your head to move toward the chest. And observe your breath. Observe that breathing deeply, your body will move. The breath create a movement in your body. Stay there. Allow your body to float. Slowly lift your head and allow your toes to touch the ground again. Put your hands on the ground, straighten your legs, and lay down on the mat. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, lift your right leg up to the sky. Inhale. With the exhalation, lift your left leg up to the sky and observe the lumbar spine, moving in contact with the ground. Bend your knees now. Grab your knees and roll left and right side. To do a sort of massage to your lumbar spine. Allow the feet to move down to the ground. Keep your knees bent. Put your arms wide. Inhale. With the exhalation, allow the two knees to move to the right side, to the right ground, on the floor. Okay. But turn your head to the left. Stay there. Slowly go back to center and allow the two knees to fall down to the ground on the left side. Look at your, turn your head on the right side. Stay there. Slowly go back to center and enter Shavasana. If you need anything, just feel free to grab it. If you can grab it even without lifting your eye mask, is even better, but feel free just to find everything that you need to be comfortable in Shavasana. For the first moment of Shavasana, bring your attention on the passing of the air through the nostrils. Bring your attention right there and observe the air entering your body through the nostrils and exiting your body through the nostrils. Observe if there's a slight difference in temperature between the inhalation and exhalation, but do not control your breath. Observe simply your breath. If your mind starts to wander, know that it's 100% normal, but as soon as you realize that your mind starts wandering around, bring it back on the observation of the air through the nostrils. Without controlling anything, just observe. Last moment. Now,
Observe your body. And allow your body to relax completely. Observe the skin in contact with the ground. And allow the skin to melt. Allow your body to merge with the ground, to connect completely with the ground. To the point that you no longer know where your skin ends and where the ground starts. Let it go. Let go all tensions. Feel supported by the ground and completely connected, even melted into the ground. Relax completely now. Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Really slowly. Start moving your toes and fingers. Bring back the awareness into your body. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Allow all tension to get released by the exhalation. One more time. Bend your knees, roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a brief moment. Before sitting comfortably for the chant of 3 Om. You can put the mask away now, but keep your eyes closed. Keep the spine straight. And put your hands in Inana Mudra or Chin Mudra. So with the thumb and index finger touching, with the palm of the hand either facing the sky or the ground, whichever is more comfortable for you. Inhale deeply. Put your hands in prayer position in front of the chest. You can open your eyes. Namaste.